Okay, so in my hand is the entire Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie. But one thing that Demon Slayer does after each chapter, or almost each chapter, is they give us a Taisho secret. However, since we're getting this in movie format, we don't get that luxury of actually getting them. So you know what? I'm going to read almost every one. All right, now this one's a little long, so buckle up. The neighboring son had a dojo in heir who was about Koyuki's age. He liked Koyuki, but he had an extremely violent and arrogant personality, so he was unable to show proper consideration for her weak constitution. When she wasn't feeling well, he'd force her to go outside with him, and she had an asthma attack. Seeing that, he was frightened and ran away, leaving her to suffer. If Hakuji hadn't found her, she would have died. Hakuji was furious about that, leading to the feud between the Soryu dojo and the neighboring dojo. Keizo was on standby, but Hakuji defeated 9 people all by himself at just 16 years of age, and forbid any involvement whatsoever with Koyuki and Soryu dojo. Incensed, the neighboring dojo's heir drew a real sword instead of a wooden one, and attacked Hakuji. Hakuji defended himself by striking the oncoming blade from the side with his fist, breaking it in 2. That was the technique at which Hakuji was most proficient. He called it Bell Splitter. But there's more. The beauty of that technique moved the master of the neighboring dojo so much that he admitted defeat, apologized for his son's inappropriate behavior, and stopped bothering Soryu dojo. A few quiet years passed, but then the master of the neighboring dojo died. When the heir heard about Hakuji and Koyuki's marriage, he knew he would lose a fight. So he poisoned Soryu dojo as well, partially at the prompting of the dojo adherents. An old woman living nearby witnessed the heir and his followers leaving Soryu dojo. After they drank poison, Keizo carried Koyuki to a physician's house, coughing up blood as he ran. Koyuki had already died, but Keizo took a few hours to die and suffered a long time. And then at the bottom, the author explains the above story was too long to include in the manga. And then we have an illustration of the neighboring dojo's heir, and a note pointing to him saying that he was one of the 67 slain by Hakuji, aka Akaza. And that is all the Taisho era secrets from this movie.